Welcome to Sivako, the road to Avatar. I am your host, Shaun Alexander, and I will be your guide to the world of Pandora and beyond. But today we do have some special guests. I have gone across the podcasting world and asked some friends of mine to drop their reactions to the Avatar, The Way of Water trailer, and you can find them coming up right now.
Hi, this is Matt Packer here. I appeared on the Sivako episode that compared Avatar to John Boorman's The Emerald Forest. So, that second trailer for Avatar The Way of Water then. Well, I think the first thing to say is that it was absolutely worth waiting for. After the subtle hints of the first trailer, this one gave a much greater sense of how this film aims to expand on the world building of the first one and introduce the vast panoramic sweep of Pandora's oceans and their communities. I'm also loving how the trailer locks onto Sigourney Weaver's part Na'vi, part human adolescent character Kiri as the focal point. The scene where she's talking with Jake about the heartbeat of Awa, we can see that the luminous fish in the pool they're sitting at are kind of congregating at her feet. So it's clear that she has some kind of quasi-supernatural or perhaps advanced scientific connection with nature. And this is backed up by other shots like where the seed sprites are landing on her and when she's interacting with plants underwater. So it looks very much as though Kiri is being lined up as the potentially messianic MVP of the sequels, and that certainly fits in with a plotline that James Cameron mentioned to Denis Villeneuve in their video conversation for Variety earlier this year. But as much as I'm impressed by the sheer scale of what the second trailer shows us, with the fabulous environments, creature designs and that huge RDA sea vessel, I'm also fascinated by how much the trailer is holding back. Primarily, and I think this is to the trailer's credit, it doesn't serve as a kind of digest of the plot. We still don't know what the main engine or trigger of the narrative is. We don't know the identity of the main antagonist or what their goal is. I mean, yes, it could be Quaritch, but perhaps he will be used as more of a pawn by someone higher up the hierarchy of the RDA. And the other thing that struck me is that the trailer is pretty much 100% focused on the CG characters when we know that there are going to be some pretty significant humans in this film. There were no clips whatsoever of new characters played by Edie Falco, Jermaine Clement or Michelle Yeoh, and also none of returning characters such as Joel David Moore's Norm Spellman or Giovanni Ribisi's Parker Selfridge. So, this trailer kind of has its cake and eats it. It gives us some tremendous glimpses of what is set to be an immense science fiction epic, but it still leaves a huge pile of questions on the table.
Hello Sivako, this is Callum Cooper of the Point Break episode, here to talk about my thoughts on the Avatar The Way of Water trailer. And the short answer is, I really like what I see. I think visually it looks stunning, the music is terrific, and the way that the new technology seems to have been captured just from, in particular, the way water is dripping off the bodies of the characters, it looks amazing. And in terms of story, it doesn't really give too much away, but I like that about it. It leaves me quite intrigued to see where this is going to go. I get a lot of, family vibes from this, from the way that Jake and Neytiri are with their kids, and particularly their daughter. There seems to be a lot of themes on family going on here, which I really like, and I'm very curious to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm really excited to see what they do with this one. It's been so long since the first Avatar that I'm dead curious to see where this goes and what they do with it. And as Shaun and I discussed at our Point Break episode, given the fairly bland streak of blockbusters we've had this year outside of Top Gun Maverick, which was great, it'll be great to see a blockbuster that tries something a little different like with this one. So short answer is, really like the trailer, really looking forward to it.
Hey, Sivako. Shaun, hello. So I was calling in my first impressions of a trailer, but I think I've watched it about 10 times already. It's pretty stunning, and it's feeling pretty real. But yeah, I mean, I think the craziest thing watching it is like I watched it on my phone and I watched it on my TV, and the biggest thing I can say is I'm so excited to. I guess I'm gonna have to watch it in a cinema and see something it's attached to. It looks stunning. I'm so excited to find out, especially more about Kiri. I was a little confused about what she'd sound like beforehand, but I feel like I'm a lot more confident now. And I mean, it looks incredible. Just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It sounds incredible. It feels like a really wonderful tribute to James Horner's score. And yeah, we still have so many questions, which is good to have from a trailer.
So I just watched the new trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. I've been out at work today, and I knew the trailer was coming. It's my birthday today, and I thought Jim Cameron has dropped a great present for me. And I kind of thought that it would be out this evening, but I saw a tweet when I was working that it was out now, and I thought I can't watch it on my phone. You know, the beauty of this needs, you know, a bigger screen. So I've waited till I got back to the office here and I can watch it on one of my big monitors here. And I'm sitting here, I've watched it about 6 times already, sitting here just overflowing with joy. I can't believe what I've seen there, and you know, I waited 13 years for this to go back to Pandora, and we are not going to be let down by this. It looks unbelievable, and the family element, you know, the mother and father aspect of things with Jake and Neytiri. Now I've become a parent since the first film came out, so that immediately you know, hits home more and gives me a really strong engagement with everything. I'm intrigued by Kiri because I want to know whose heartbeat she's hearing. Is it Awa? Is it Grace? You know what? That's fascinating. What's going on? There's a shot of, I think, Quaritch crushing maybe his skull. I think that's going to be a brilliant piece of the story. Just the goosebumps I got from it, you know, that thumping heartbeat, the Tolkien rising up out of the water, skim wings flying and leaping everywhere, and just there's such a massive sense of joy to it all, and wonder and beauty, but also, you know, the RDA are back. You see all their machines, their stuff's on fire, they're underwater in crab suits and stuff. You can see that there's going to be so much going on in this, and the 3-hour runtime is going to be absolutely warranted. And you know, I know that it's CGI, but it just looks so real. It looks so good. It cannot come soon enough. Those 13 years of painful waiting are going to pay off big time, and it will be so worth it. I can't wait.
So my thought to Avatar: The Way of Water, no words to describe a visual spectacular moments of James Cameron, of why we go to the movie theaters. I was just blown. I don't have an exact top 3, but one of my favorite parts has to be just like the underwater parts, and like, you know, everything about it that's going to be even in 3D is just going to blow our minds away. And I just can't wait to see how it improves from like the first movie to the sequel. But this trailer looked like it's just phenomenal, like no other. So I surely can't wait to see it. And that's all I got to say for my reaction. Thank you.
Dr. Vincent Gain here, giving my thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water Trailer 2. I've watched the trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water a couple of times, and the feeling it evokes in me strongest is that it's filling something that had actually been missing. And it's always a weird thing when you see a piece of media that just appears to answer a question or provide a desire that you didn't necessarily even know you had. Seeing the words that come up during the trailer, "return to Pandora," and I see those words, I'm like, yeah, that is what I want to do. And okay, I guess I did know that. I knew I wanted to, for as long as I knew there was going to be a sequel, I've been waiting for it. But I suppose because the trailer means this is the second trailer, and I know, and of course we've got a release date. We know that the film is now, I'm recording this on the 5th of November, so it's a little over a month before The Way of Water arrives. So it's very much speaking to me, I think, as I expect it speaks to the film's many fans about this is, you've been waiting for quite a long time, and now here's your opportunity. But beautifully, of course, it's not just a return to Pandora, it's also going further, because this film is going to be bigger, it's going to be broader, it's going to be wider, it's going to be deeper than what we saw last time. And we see bits of this in the trailer, because we see so much more of Pandora. Most obviously, we see the ocean, we see the life forms that live in the seas of Pandora. We see other tribes of Na'vi, and we see new threats in the form of new technology, new weapons coming from the invading humans. So I suppose if I was to summarize what the trailer for The Way of Water is saying to me, it's here's what you want and more. It's so much more. I think James Cameron has said in interviews, less is not more. More is more. Well, I think The Way of Water is more. It is so much more of what those of us who love Avatar want. It's so much more of what we have perhaps dreamed about, and we're going to have a chance to reawaken back into the dream that is Pandora, that is Avatar. There are some plot suggestions in there as well. There's a particular moment when we see a forest fire, which suggests, we know the humans coming back, and there's going to be more, and there's a war. There's a Na'vi who says, presumably to Jake, "You cannot bring your war here." There are suggestions maybe of perhaps a significant character death, but that's not certain. And I don't get a sense of the story really from the trailer. I wouldn't be surprised if when the film arrives, the story probably won't be terribly surprising. That's kind of the way this works. It's a familiar story told in the most spectacular terms. So, yeah, the second trailer for The Way of Water fills me with anticipation. It fills me with delight. It fills me with yearning. I want the film to arrive. I want to go see it. I will likely see it opening day. And yeah, it just as one character says in the trailer, The Way of Water joins us all together, flows through us all. I guess I feel that this is flowing through me and inviting me back. So I guess it's fair to say to this trailer, I see you, and I look forward to seeing more.
Hey, this is David from Piecing It Together, and I'm actually on vacation right now in New York, so I had to watch the Avatar Way of Water trailer on my phone in the back of an Uber, which is not the way to watch it. I can't wait to watch the trailer again when I get home, but I'm on vacation right now, and I can't wait to go on vacation to Pandora in a couple of months. Was that corny enough for you? Anyway, yeah, the movie looks incredible, even on my phone screen, and I'm going to the theater at least opening day, again opening weekends, probably once or twice more. It looks incredible.